Hey, it's Mega, aka the Art Messiah, here to save you from your art sins. Welcome back to another art stream. Today is going to be a pretty chill stream, as I just want to keep it casual for today, and we kind of finished up with our Sonic series last week by drawing Shadow. So we did Sonic, Amy, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow, my Sonic stickers came in and were shipped out, and also had them for my art shows over the weekend, which I can talk about as we're drawing. But yeah, we just have a couple left now, which is cool. And since we were done with that series, I kind of just want to switch up and instead of coming up with poses and characters and stuff, I just wanted to draw some One Piece artwork. And I haven't really appropriately done some like One Piece fan art for like stickers and merch and things like that, which is crazy because it's one of my favorite series. So we do aim to change that, and we're gonna start to get used to these different characters today as we kind of sketch. So I'm just gonna go ahead and create a little bit of a panel for myself that we're going to use to do this drawing. We're actually going to make this a little bit more on the vertical side. Let's take that out. Now, yeah, with that being said, that's what we're going to be working on today. I will talk about the art shows and stuff like that here in a moment. But first, I just want to welcome everyone in and see how everyone is doing tonight. Welcome in Maya and whoever else may be here. Whether or not you're in the chat or not, that's okay, but I welcome you in. And I hope you're doing okay and having a decent day. Maya says, tired, and this is a very busy week for me. Why so? Is it because of work? Excuse me, I'm currently getting over a cold right now. But yeah, what's going on? You got work-related stuff, school-related stuff, or personal projects like related stuff? Or is there like a lot of birthdays coming up? No, I don't work. I'm a teen, LOL. It's a mix of things. Oh, my bad. Well, I mean, I guess I kind of worked as a teen, so I was just taking random guesses. But yeah, don't feel like you have to share or overshare. There's no pressure either way. But yeah, so what's kind of new with me is that, yeah, again, we kind of did finished up with some of the artwork last week with some of the Sonic stuff, and I had 2 art shows this weekend, both smaller kind of events, both local events. They're not like anime conventions, so that's always interesting. Always interesting to kind of see these different kind of shows. I'm going to change the music up slightly, just because it's a little bit too dynamic. I need something a little bit more peaceful, and I do have an idea for something like that. So just give me one moment. Let me bring up someone that does. Yes, there we go. We wanted this one right here. We're just gonna do this. And we'll loop that. Well, we'll change it to this and that. Yo, what's up, Blue Dragon? What is up? What's good? What's good? Welcome in. Welcome in. We are just getting started. Is that me still up there to the left? Not oversharing is my talent. Sorry to interrupt. How did the shows go? Yeah, I'll get to that in just a moment. Maybe I forgot this this character's name. It's a dude from JoJo's. Let me just type in Misto JoJo. Mista. Or Mista. Yes, it is. That is exactly right. There was some wallpaper that I saw, and I thought the coloring was really cool. I haven't actually finished coloring it yet, but I was gonna do a study, and so it's kind of like halfway done, and I just kind of left it. I had a handful of art and story-related projects. Oh, okay. Got you. Well, that does sound kind of like exciting stuff then. Keeping busy with good things, good things. Very good, very good. Yeah, no worry about the name. I didn't even remember the name, so you're doing better than I. I also got to cook dinner for the fam tonight. Everyone loved it. I just felt like sharing because I thought it failed. Cooking, it can be a little stressful in that regards, but also super rewarding when it's like a hit. I am currently doing I'm in charge of the cooking duties, and I just made some, I don't know really what to call it. It's kind of like a chicken pasta kind of dish, but it was made with like heavy cream and tomatoes, mushrooms, onion, tomato sauce, a lot of different seasonings, and shredded rotisserie chicken, kind of made all into a sauce. But what did you end up cooking? What did you end up cooking for that? I know y'all gonna hate me, but I've never watched JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. No shame there, it's very eclectic. It's, I can definitely see how the show is like, maybe not for everyone type of thing. Not in terms of rating, but just in terms of style of it. And it's very over the top. It's definitely bizarre. But the story is all right. The story changes from every single season, and I think it kind of gets better as it progresses. But the thing with JoJo is like everybody has their own favorites and their own like dislikes, and I think that's the cool part about it, is that you can find probably one of the seasons might kind of speak to you more than another season may. So if you do ever give it a shot, I would try out a couple of different seasons before you write it off, if you do ever want to get into it. But I'm definitely not mad at it. I haven't gone through all the seasons myself, and there's good parts. There's parts that I don't like so much. Like, I think it was maybe it's not a bad part, it just felt really slow to me until the very end. I think it was part 3 where they're like traveling through Egypt. Like, I really liked the ending. I thought it was like a good finish. It was a good like build up to the finish. didn't feel like some characters should have died, but I digress. Yeah, it's kind of out there. Yes, kind of out there. Yeah, I think, yeah, Stardust Crusaders. That sounds about right. I can't pick a fave, but I really liked the second season. Okay, so we might be the same person then. I think the second season was my favorite just because it started really quickly. It wasn't like a slow build up, and also that JoJo was just very like witty, I guess, and like it kind of felt like, okay, this dude's gonna get the job done, and it kind of jumped right into this story. It seemed very serious, like right from the get go, and like, I don't know, definitely still maintain some of that, you know, bizarreness and everything like that, but that was one of my favorites. I'm currently watching through, I think, part 5 right now, the one that this character is from, and it's funny, the characters kind of get more and more like flamboyant as the seasons go on, I feel like, but the characters are really cool, and I also do appreciate the fact that you know, we typically don't get to see a lot from like men's fashion and things like that, and I like how this series kind of makes that kind of like a really big part of its aesthetic, so I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm currently really liking that that season, or this season so far. The characters are cool. Like the plot seems to be moving like really quickly, and it also is kind of tying in to some of the earlier like seasons and stuff, like character-wise and whatnot. Okay, so that's just, this is going to be the rudimentary sketch. Also, are there any One Piece watchers here? Just curious. Okay, let's see. Maya says, sounds good. I made potato cakes, which is kind of like making pancakes, but with mashed potatoes and cheese. That sounds delicious. That sounds like I need a bite. Oh, I added extra cheese and cayenne pepper too. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Nice. Blue Dragon says, I can't pick a fave. Oh, I read that. But it's the second season. I agree. My favorite anime and my mom's is Revolutionary Girl Utena, specifically the series. The movie doesn't hit as hard for us and seems all over the place. Oh, that's something that I need to check out then. I heard of the name though. I think it's like a magical girl series. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna Google it right now. Revolutionary Girl Utena. Oh, I've seen these characters before. No, this isn't a magical girls type series, is it? Let me see. It is a Japanese anime television series created by Baypause. Okay, yeah, but let me get like a plot. Okay, here we go. Okay, let me get like a simpler plot. I was on Wikipedia. I'm like, I just need a simple overview. Okay, Yutena is a tomboyish schoolgirl who attends the prestigious Otori Academy. Her strong sense of chivalry pulls her into a series of duels with other members of the student council for the possession of the Rose Bride. Nice. So plus we really don't like some of the character design changes. Oh, in reference to the movie. I identify as Yutena, specifically how she's androgynous and gender defined, but fully embraces her womanhood at the same time. Just a fact about me. Oh yeah, I agree with you on that. Golden Wind is pretty good. I think it made me laugh a lot. Like, not the serious parts, but the comedy. Bro, there's there's so many random scenes, like when they were like dancing or something on this boat. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure there was like some dance sequence on a boat or something, and they were like torturing this dude or something. But it was like hilarious because they were like dancing in the background or something. I maybe I'm thinking about something else, but I'm pretty sure it's in that season. Yeah, it was so random. Okay, so two nopes on watching One Piece. Well, I would recommend it. It's something that you need a little bit of time for, but at the same time, I think One Piece is great for not trying to binge through it. You know, it's always kind of there. It's always going forward, and so if when you do want to binge, you can. But I think it's a series that's fun to watch at your own pace and not to feel like you need to get to the end, because the characters are really good, and I don't know, maybe I can get my fiance to talk about it because she hadn't seen it prior to us dating, and she had only heard like bad things about it, but after giving it a chance, she really likes it too. So like for me, I really like stories that are character driven, not so much plot driven. I think the plot needs to make sense based on what the characters are doing, but like I don't need a complicated plot or anything like that. I just need some compelling stories and compelling characters to follow. And there's just a plethora of characters and interesting world building. And there's so many like side stories and stuff too. So I think like as a writer, I think it's interesting just to at least kind of see what it has to offer. You know, it doesn't have to become like your favorite series, but I think there's a lot of good stuff in One Piece. By no means perfect. At least I don't think it's perfect. Some people do think it's like perfect, but there's some parts in One Piece that are like really slow, and there's some parts in the anime that are just like, you know, I'm not a fan of. But like as a whole, I think it does a lot of things really well, and I often come back to it as like reference and just kind of thinking about how it does some of its character writing and whatnot. Oh, so it is magical, girl? The art is beautiful. It's extremely surreal and symbolic. Okay, I bet. I am open to trying new series, especially like, I don't mean like new series as they had to have like come out recently. I'm like, I actually want to check out more old series. I want to check out new old series that I haven't seen yet, because I feel like a lot of animes right now are more flashy than they are on like the storytelling aspect. And I care a little bit more about the story than like fighting or action. Like that's kind of like the icing on top for me. So one thing that I want to do is I want to draw scenes from One Piece that were like pretty impactful, or like really big moments, in hopes to inspire some people to maybe try it out. Nothing is perfect. Yes, exactly. I mean, nothing is perfect, and I think that's what makes things more interesting. I don't know, I just say that as a bit of a caveat, because people are very quick to like write something off entirely because they don't like one part or something like that. As a whole, it is a great series. Even though some arcs are just like, you know, it wasn't my personal thing, and you know, sometimes other people are like, yeah, that was my jam, you know. It's kind of like the JoJo's thing, you know. There might be some parts that you like, and then the other parts are just like, yeah, I don't know about that so much. All right, the thing about One Piece is that the expressions, I really like them, but they are very, very exaggerated. The reason I like it is because it's a comic, and you know, we exaggerate it in ways that we can't do in real life to really push this story that we're telling. And I do like clearly being able to see the emotion in what people are kind of feeling. Space Dandy was a lot of fun, very experimental with a lot of different artists on it. I keep on seeing clips of the animation, and it does look really cool. I have no idea what it's about really, but it does look really cool from the clips I do see. So yeah, certainly one of these days I would like to probably look into it a little bit more. Alright, let me catch up on chat a little bit. It's in space. I forget what his actual job is. He's just kind of all over the place, and it's like anime Looney Tunes. LOL, he's an alien hunter, had to look it up, because he never stay on task in the show. And he assumed he's also very stylish while he does it. I'm going to have to find an episode of One Piece. I'm waiting for a lull between shows I'm watching. Oh yes, try it out. Try it out in some lulls. I'm curious to see what you think. Now there's different drawn points for people. Some people are like, wow, I think it really picks up when they go to a place called Arlong Park. Some people like it like straight from the beginning. It is one of those things though, that it keeps on getting better and better the farther it goes. But I do think it's pretty solid from the start. And you'll kind of know if you like the style of humor and storytelling pretty quick. But you know, if you're liking it at the beginning, I think you're gonna love it later. So. We're gonna take this and we're actually gonna make that a little bit thicker, like that. There we go. And also, we're listening to some music from One Piece right now. Sorry guys, I am getting over a cold. Well, he looks very 70s or 60s. My brain is getting them mixed up. Let's just say he looks very evocative of a particular decade. I think 70 fits his ticket. Sorry, my partner got home and was talking to me. Blue Dragon, are you on Instagram, by the way? Yep, I post maybe once a month. I'm so slow to everything. I feel that. I hadn't posted in a really long time, and I made like 2 posts, but I personally just use Instagram for the story capability. And when you're doing art, like especially comics, you don't have that much time to just like keep on updating all your social media. It's a lot to keep up with Twitter and Instagram and Facebook, and I don't know if you're on ArtStation, just all the and YouTube. Like that's a lot of things to be updating every week. For me personally, I try to focus in on this YouTube because I can stream and actually get work done. Even editing videos takes forever, and as you guys know, I've been absent from actually making videos because it takes time, right? But as per usual, feel free to link your Instagrams. Looks like you guys have already done that. So everyone can kind of get connected. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's cool as long as you don't spam. And May is here to block you if you spam. But no. This stream is for people to kind of get connected, you know. And for people that are actually like connecting and participating, not for just a random person to come in and start spamming their links and whatnot. But I certainly want people to, you know, make connections and check out everyone's like stories and just kind of build a community of artists, you know. Being online it can be kind of isolating. And now that I'm like, have been finding more and more people, kind of like online and offline, I'm kind of trying to just bring that same kind of like community energy here and just make it really chill, and make it all about the kind of like the learning And yeah. So you all good. You all good. Sorry about that. Do I follow you on Instagram? Yeah, I think we follow each other, Blue, and if not, it's cool. I know I can always find you here on YouTube or Comic Fury, so it's all good. I know I follow you though, because I did see a post. I'm pretty sure I liked it. I'm gonna go back and like check now, but I'm pretty sure I liked it, so pretty sure I got you on lock. I guess it does sound a little bit like Chrono Trigger, but yeah, this is some One Piece music, and One Piece has some really good music. So if there's, any other reason to watch One Piece, it's, check out the music at least. But no, I do like the music. I like symphony orchestrated music. You already know this because I'd be putting on Genshin Impact music all the time. But I also listen to quite a bit of One Piece music too. Alright, so this whole piece kind of looks a little bit on a slant. That's kind of okay. I think I'm kind of liking the line work though. I think we're getting somewhere. Alright, we can change this to probably blue as well. And we can probably take down this opacity more. Even though the top one we can probably bring it down. Okay. I'm telling you, like, sometimes I would not think to exaggerate these expressions so much, and so this is a good way to learn a little bit and see what I kind of want to bring over into my own style. Now, my style is very much anime, cartoon, animation kind of storyboard type style. Like I do like the simplification and things to feel like a cartoon. So I think this kind of over exaggeration is kind of good, kind of helpful. Okay, so I think I'm going to shorten up the face a little bit, just a little bit. But I think overall it's kind of looking good. Gotta go. Good night, everyone, and good luck with your endeavors. By the way, I'll try to be a good and merciful moderator and absolutely nothing like the sparky hierarchical mods I've locked horns with. I appreciate it. We need just a chill moderator to match the chill vibes here. Take it easy. I'm always impressed by how fast you can get a sketch out and have it look good. Thank you. Thank you. Now in this case, I'm actually working from reference, so I'm sure that kind of helps it look like it'll turn out okay. But typically when I start looking at the time, I'm like, man, maybe I'm not moving as fast as I thought it was. But I really do appreciate that because I am trying to be able to work quicker and like create something that actually looks good. But the biggest thing that has helped me is stop being a perfectionist. Like, come on, if we zoom in on the lines here, like there's nothing perfect about this. There's not those really clean, perfect lines that you can see some artists do. And honestly, I kind of like it even more and more now, especially with the rise of AI stuff. Like, I feel like this just helps my art stand out even more. But yeah, I think the speed is just being confident and not being perfect, you know? I think it was a line from a song. I can't remember what it is, but it's like everything looks perfect from far away, something like that. Yes, exactly. Like, I used to work so close in to like what I was creating, and so like I would see how the lines were connecting like at a micro level, and we need to see things at like the big picture first and foremost. Like, we can get into that granular level, but then you start realizing it's not really that important. And if you were drawing traditionally, like I know you do that a lot, Blue, like you realize that it's not really that important to get everything right like that, because there's just naturally going to be imperfections with traditional drawing and painting, and those imperfections actually add a lot of texture. So, yeah, that was a little bit of that. Now, anyways, I was going to talk about some of the shows that I was at this weekend. So, I was at 2 shows. The first show that I was at was actually a breaking competition. It's called Smoked in Ohio. It's put on by my friends that I break with. And it was really cool because we had a really large turnout this year. We had a really large turnout this year. Oh, actually, before I talk about that, let me just read what you said. But I mean, yeah, I agree. You learn a lot from just letting it flow. Absolutely. Just the flow of artwork, and finding your own flow is how you become like your own artist, and how you have fun and have the longevity of being an artist. One moment. Okay, so I got to go around 9:20, so we got about 30 minutes left. But yeah, just kind of like that artist flow and just letting yourself be in the moment. So I don't know if it's now just kind of like the years of being in that flow, and now things start just kind of looking better. But I've realized letting go helps a lot. It has been significant in my art journey. So my high school art teacher once said that even the human eyes aren't perfectly matched in reality. It really helped encourage us to not be too hard on our stuff. That sounds like a really cool art teacher, honestly. Do they have like a big influence on you becoming an artist, by the way? And if that's too personal of a question, like, don't feel like you have to answer that. Okay, so anyways, back to the art show stuff. Yeah, so it was really cool because we had a really good turnout this year. And we had a good turnout last year as well. But yeah, we had 35 different breaking crews, or B-boy, B-girl crews. It could be mixed, it didn't matter. But yeah, we had 35 crews, and in each of those crews had around 5 people on it. I don't even know what the answer to that is, but we had well over 100 people, probably like 200 people in this venue. So it was honestly just awesome to see the talent. And you know, this isn't much of like a vendor show, so to speak. So I wasn't expecting to like make a crazy amount of sales, but I did well enough, and I made back the table plus some, which is always cool. Like as long as I make back the table, like I'm cool with whatever show I'm at. Then I just try to enjoy the company and just the vibe of the show. But yeah, since I dance, obviously, like I was there for it. I wasn't able to cipher with everyone, which I wish I had the time to. But I was literally doing 2 shows back to back that day. So I was kind of in a crunch, trying to get everything going and done and everything like that. So I had some good, like some positive feedback and stuff like on my artwork. There was one person when I was like packing up, they like rushed back over to where I was set up, and they're like, "Oh, like, are you leaving?" And they were trying to get this piece from me, the picture of Jeddah, kind of like in the breaking pose and whatnot. So I kind of packaged everything up for him before I head out and everything like that. But it was just kind of good energy all around. Felt the love and the support, and kind of likewise got to talk to, like, because most of the people there were people that were participating in the event. So people that were like coming by, stopping by the table, I was kind of, you know, learning a little bit about them, their dancing style, and the crew that they had come here with and everything. So it was just overall pretty dope. And I'll keep coming back to that show. I don't know if I'm going to table next year, just because I think I might want to participate again. But I may vend. It's a fun event to vend at, and pretty easy setup. The only downside is that they don't have an elevator, and like we're set up on the 2nd floor, which is cool because like there's a balcony on the 2nd floor, so you can see the dance floor and everyone kind of doing their thing. But then at the same time, sorry, I was kind of doing some corrections here. But then at the same time, you know, you have to get to that 2nd floor, and they did not have an elevator. And so I had to haul my suitcase up the stairs, but it wasn't that bad, honestly. Yeah, thankfully, like at this point in time, you know, my setup is, you know, decently small. I can fit everything into my suitcase. So that's the good part. So I didn't have to like make I did have to make multiple trips, but that was simply because I was trying out a new display thing this time, which is cool. I made a like a carousel out of poster board, and it was kind of just like a DIY project. But it ended up turning out really cool, and I'm gonna try to like edit a video for it and post it maybe here and on like TikTok, just as a short, just for other people that are like maybe doing vendor shows like this and art shows and are looking for different ways to kind of display their stuff. That are kind of affordable, because I just made it out of poster board, so it was like super affordable. And I'm honestly thinking about making more stuff out of poster board like that. Alright, these little sparkle things aren't going to matter too much, honestly, because I'm going to kind of paint these in a little bit more. So I'm just going to paint these in light for right now, just to kind of show that they do exist. And these sparkles are coming simply from like teardrops. Okay, and so I'm kind of liking this. I think it's looking pretty good so far. Okay, so I think line work's pretty much done. I think we're gonna add a little bit of color and start putting a little bit of this stuff down. So I'm gonna take this off. Man, excuse me. I'm so sorry, guys. Getting over this sickness. That's such a good idea. Putting your engineering to work. Yes, I am putting my degree to work. Creating little installments for my booth. But it is kind of fun to do, though. Trying to think of like different ways you can make little mechanical things happen, right? So what I used was I went to like Home Depot and I got myself like one of those like Lazy Susan revolving plates, pretty much. And I used that as the way that it was going to spin. And then I attached it to the poster board using like a series of bolts and screws and things of the nature. So we're going to do this. I'm going to drop that down like that. Perfect. And we're going to have this, make sure that's on top. Perfect. And then just kind of built it out from there. Like what I would do is I would score the poster board so that I could fold it into like 4 different things and 4 different sides. And so I made a side for commissions, one side for stickers, one side for keychains, and one side for prints. And the reason I made this in the first place is because I was running out of room on my table. Thank you. And so I needed this to kind of condense some of the space that was on my table so that I can fit some more stuff there, because I'm having more and more prints that I'm kind of coming out with now and things like that. Yeah, this scene right here kind of makes me tear up, to be honest. Like it, the build up for this moment is one of the craziest in the series. It's good. It's a good scene. But this is just like a culmination of like the storytelling that kind of happens beforehand. Um, I have trouble keeping my tables from being cluttered. I keep trying to downsize, but it's hard to pick and choose what to axe and what to keep. Last year, something I thought would sell really well didn't sell at all, but something I had printed just about sold out. That's the thing with tables. Like I'm horrible at predicting too, Blue. Like I'm like, oh, this is gonna be like really cool. I think this is gonna do really well, and it's like, yeah, maybe not. And then I really like this piece when I made it, but like I have this going in kilowatt print that I really made in high school, maybe about like a good long time ago. Let's just say a good long time ago, okay? And that has been like consistently my artwork that is sold the most, and it's like some of the oldest artwork that I have, and it always kind of surprises me because I'm like, I don't know, it's kind of like an older style and not quite as refined, but you know, now what I do is I kind of just, this is part of the reason why I'm not too much of a perfectionist. I like to see what people are interested in first. When it comes to the business side of things, when it comes to my own personal work, like I don't really care too much what other people think of it. I'm gonna perfect, you know, what it is I want to create, obviously. But when it comes to tabling, yeah, I kind of keep that in mind. Like, let me do a test run and test print. Let me not make too many of these. And that's the nice thing about having and like owning your own printing setup, is that you can do test runs quickly and you can get stuff in. And if you need to make more, you always can, especially if you're doing a local show. But yeah, my table is getting a little bit cluttered, mainly with like smaller prints. So I made a carousel display, but I'm also going to make like a really big card display for like my 4x6 prints. And I will definitely try to journal how I do that so people can also follow along. But I also found a tutorial how to do it as well on YouTube. So that's going to be my like inspiration. So we are definitely going to base it off that. I just might make some modifications here and there, but that's going to be like how I get started with that. Okay, so let's drop in some base colors, and we're gonna start wrapping up here soon. This has been pretty fun, listening to One Piece music and just drawing some stuff here. Now we're just gonna drop in our base colors. So what we're gonna do here is gonna do that. We're gonna be really quick with these base colors because I only have 10 minutes and I wanna see how much I can get through. Okay, so I'm gonna go into my color fill brush. You guys already know that I just like to quickly paint in my values just like so. I used to be very, again, perfect with making sure I stayed within the lines and using the fill bucket, and I'm like, nope, let's also tackle this as a traditional painter would. And I feel like that's just gonna help me in the long run anyway when I do more traditional art. What type of traditional mediums are we thinking about? Wait, let me make sure I'm reading that. Were you thinking about? So I really want to do, I don't know, acrylic or oil paints. I like something that has like a thick kind of texture look to it. I like the look of oil paints. I don't know how easy they are to use, so I'm not sure in like that regards, but I think I do want to kind of give those a shot, some oil paints a shot. I've also been kind of experimenting a little bit with, they're called Posca pens. That's something I've already started. I have experimented a little bit with acrylic paints, and I have done some painting with some fabric paints. So yeah, I wanna get better at like painting in real life. So I'm learning all the kind of color theory that I need, but really I need to understand actual like color mixing and how to get the colors like I get here using digital. I have no idea currently. Okay, so we're gonna start closing up here now. I do want to say thank you to everyone that has come out and shown support, either as a viewer or has followed my newsletter or just any kind of support, shared me, anything like that. I do appreciate you guys, and also just appreciate people coming out and hanging out, because that's what it's about. Again, we do this every single Wednesday. We do this every single Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST. We come here, we draw, we catch up with each other, see what everyone's working on, and we have some fun and we chill. So if you like this, then feel free to come by again next week. We might be doing some more One Piece drawing. We might be working on something else. But either way, we will be drawing and we will be chatting. And maybe I'll tell you all about the second event that I was at next time. All right, so with that being said, actually, I think I'm just gonna make that a full opacity there. With that being said, thank you guys so much for stopping in. It really was a blast. It always is. And I just want to say a good luck to everyone out there working on your own personal projects or just working in general. Life can be hard, and I hope you guys find some joy this week doing things that you love, and working on hobbies and passions. So, yeah. That being said, take it easy, and until next time, all I want to say is peace, love, and deuces as per usual, and keep it easy, take it easy, and peace, y'all.